had an alarm. I heard the alarm. Set up a new alarm. Here I am, running late.
As I'm over here charging, let me explain to you what is a DEXA scan. It's pretty simple. Basically, it's just a big X-ray that you lay down on, and it sends the radiation through your body, and then it reads how much resistance different portions of your body have. And then based on that resistance, it determines whether or not it's water, muscles, bones, whatever that is. So it's just a big density scanner. Pretty safe. Generally, the amount of radiation is not that high in comparison, especially for me. I travel so much that I probably get 10 times the radiation from the airports alone. So that's that. But on top of the DEXA scan, we're also gonna do a base metabolic calculation, which will determine how many calories I need if I do absolutely nothing, literally just lay in bed for the rest of the day, wake up, go to sleep, literally don't move. So it'll give you the resting amount of calories that the body needs. And then that would allow me to potentially either lower or increase the amount of calories that I consume, because I might be a little bit on the lower end than I should be. I got okay amount of sleep, not bad. The one thing is though, I'm pretty freaking hungry. This is my first supercharger stop on the way to Houston from Austin. Some of you might recognize this stop as the stop that I've charged at the first time when I was doing my Tesla video. We're gonna charge up here for a couple minutes and then head to the next location to charge again, because this charger is actually slow. We just need a faster charger. I mean, I'm genuinely curious. I do these scans once every couple of months. So I'm probably gonna guess that realistically I am at about 110, 120 pounds of fat, 90 to 100 pounds of extra fat. And I'm going to say that my lean body mass is probably about 185 pounds, which is a lot. So we shall see. Well, we arrived, so it's time to go and find out how actually fat I am. I am gonna take you with me. You know exactly how fat I am as well. I mean, that's the whole point of keeping this public on the internet. So as we were waiting on the DEXA scan, let me tell you about the sponsor of today's video, me. There's no sponsor, but I would appreciate it if you subscribe. Well, that's the scan. Now we need to dissect the scan and actually figure out what exactly is going on, how much fat, how much muscle, how much bone density. Let's just go through the data.
Is that what your guess is?
I'll take a guess at 110 pounds of fat and 180 of lean mass.
Okay, well, let's find out. These are medical grade because those are bone densitometers. So the AP aggregate view is pretty much the same. All right, so your peers are coming in on this black line within this light blue, and that square up here is you.
Right.
All right, so you're in the 1/4s, your T-factor score is a 2. What that equates to is roughly you're about 6 to 8% over average, so bones look great. Good news is you lose the body fat, you literally get to keep this calcium for decades. So it really doesn't go away. So one benefit of having a few extra pounds. All right, your composition. This is what you came in for. You're weighing in at 291.4. Body fat percentage is 41.5. Body fat in pounds, 121. And what was your guess?
I was 110, I think,
110?
and then lean was 180.
Yeah, you're at 162.9, so we're around at 163. So
Got it.
pretty close. Your ratios were right. They were just a little bit higher and lower than what we thought. So
Gotcha.
Okay. Again, it's just particles in water. All right, we are going to rearrange it. We want to get this down. We want to get this up. Now you already have a lot of muscle here. Okay. The first one is we need to balance macros. All right, we got to have enough protein and not only feed the lean
My
tissue.
protein intake is at 225 a day right now.
That's probably about where I'd set you. I base it off lean tissue, and we will cover that. But that seems about right. We only have 2 levers: reduce calories, increase output energy in, energy out, because it is an energy equation. Okay. Sure. The majority of our deficits, what we want to shift to, is workout, activity, exercise. Okay, because I'm going to show you a score on that in a moment. Before we go there, I want to be real clear on what it is and what it's not. I have a feeling you already know, but the body fat, anything we can squeeze or pinch is body fat. Now, here's something you may or may not know. The relationship to food on body fat is purely calories. When we take in more than we can expend, we store it. Your body's supposed to do that. Now, the visceral fat, which is on the other side of the abdominal wall, directly around or within the organs, That fat, the correlation to food is much more about what you're eating rather than how much. The factors in diet that are going to elevate it: high carb, high fat diets that are low to no in fiber, simple sugars, processed foods, alcohol, refined foods. Okay. The main takeaway on the visceral fat is this one fact: even though it's directly around within the organs get most of the blood supply and nutrients. Visceral fat doesn't get a good supply, so it feeds mostly off of sugar. When we reduce sugar, this comes down pretty quick. The other thing too is that fat is optional. You can go to triple zeros here.
What's the fastest you've seen somebody lose weight? Well, fat mass rather, not just weight, because the scale number doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it can be really rapid. Yeah, this is what I find. The number one reason people don't get results, whether you're talking about the gym or getting the body composition, is simply because the food doesn't match the goal.
Right.
Okay, so we lock in, we get the macros right, and it's what we call being dialed in. It can be extremely rapid. What gets people in a lot of trouble on the fat side is nuts and avocado.
Yeah.
Because they're very nutritious. We definitely want to have them in our diet, like our daily diet if we can, but we really got to watch the quantities. And on the sugar side, what gets a lot of people in trouble is fruit.
Yeah.
Very nutritious, but also a lot of them are very high in sugar. We got to watch the intake.
I would say I'm addicted to like cashews and whatnot, and
you got to watch those.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, we'll go do your Fit 3D, and I'm gonna get set up for your RMR test.
It's a lot of good information here.
Okay, so how this works, this is a metabolic cart and this is a medical gas analyzer. And what it does is measures oxygen and CO2. On an RMR, really all we care about is O2. For every milliliter of oxygen you breathe in and breathe out, there's a known kilocalorie equivalent, and that's how we get the accuracy.
Got it.
Your job's gonna be real simple. You're gonna chill out and breathe for me. Now, the main thing on your breathing is, I don't want you to overthink it. In fact, I want you to focus more on your relaxation more than your breathing.
Got it.
Almost meditative.
And this should allow me to figure out exactly where I can like have my calorie deficit limitation.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. I got a couple tools to use, and I'll show you.
Because right now I'm at 1,500 calories.
All right, go and place that in your mouth, and then I'm going to kick you back. All right, that's the main thing. So how many calories are you going to go to while you're doing this?
I'm at 1,500 yesterday.
Okay, yeah.
Plan on doing 15 for a while, and then taper down to 12.
Yeah.
And then eventually go back up to close to maintenance.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Okay, so once we get closer to that and we also get into that inflection point where we start ditching muscle, that's when we're going to want to get another RMR as well too. And the only people I ever saw that actually wrecked or damaged their metabolism was people that truly had severe eating disorders from bulimia or anorexia.
Got it.
To the point where they actually damaged organs, okay? Because your metabolism is very highly adaptable, okay? So the deal is, as soon as you start eating back to normal limits, it bounces right back. We find out it's tanking, all that tells us is, it's time to get some carbs in us.
Shocker, I'm fat. Who would have thought? Crazy. Now ahead of us, we got a 3.5-hour drive to get home. So I like the guy that helped me out. I'll be back in 30 days to do the second scan. So mark your calendars. In 30 days, we're gonna know how much actual fat I lost, because the scale number, like I said, doesn't really matter. I came in about 2 pounds heavier than what I measured in this morning. I was drinking a bunch of waters, so expected. Now, the problem that I woke up this late, which we are getting better at proper sleep, is that I don't really have much time to get things done today and not miss out on good sleep tonight. So by the time I get home, it's gonna be like 7. I still have yet to eat a single thing, so we gotta eat that. So today, I'm gonna eat this. These are just wings. I'm gonna bake them. I'm not gonna use any sauce because the sauce is what gets you on the macros here. So we're just gonna eat a pack of these, which is about 1,300 calories. Set the timer to cook that. But anyways, here's what I was thinking. I'm genuinely beat, like tired. So I think I'm gonna eat and then fix my sleep schedule. Sleep schedule has been like the biggest issue of this whole journey for me so far. So we're gonna hit that. Yeah, I'm just gonna eat the meal and go to sleep. We're gonna stop cooking. It's been 24 hours since I had a meal. So, I mean, I am ready to eat something. Now, I also have decided that while gym is important, the one thing that has been stopping me from achieving a bunch of stuff during daytime is lack of proper schedule. Usually I used to be awake between the hours of like, I don't know, any random hour, 4 a.m., 5 p.m. I usually just like used to take naps, 2 naps, 3 naps, 4 naps a day, a couple hours here, a couple hours there. So my body is just not used to like sleeping for a prolonged period of time. And I literally just keep waking up in the middle of the night and I just cannot fall asleep. So right now I feel very tired. And I know as soon as I eat this, I'm gonna hit food coma type beat. And I think I should capitalize on that to try and fix the sleep schedule. I mean, as much as I should go to the gym, I think sleep is more important. These chicken wings are fire. They're completely plain, just chicken wings and nothing else, no sauce. I might put some pepper on it. Actually, I have a pretty good hot sauce that doesn't have many carbs that I can have. Yeah, this truffle hot sauce, fire. What I feel is, I feel we didn't achieve much, and partially that's because I woke up a little bit late. I woke up at 10 a.m. today, but as soon as I woke up, I just got in the car and just drove. So most of the day today, I spent driving. If I woke up on time, I would be taking a plane, so it would be a lot faster, but I couldn't miss the appointment just because I had to make sure that I actually take a DEXA scan as close to the beginning as possible, and day 2 seemed like the most reasonable day. So I know exactly how many calories I'm burning by just existing, which is apparently 2,880 calories, which is a lot. Which means that my calorie deficit is a little bit too low for what I was looking for. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna still strive for 1,500 calories, but I give myself leniency up to 1,900. So I'm not gonna be as strict. So we'll say 1,900 is the limit, and I'm gonna try to stay within the 1,500 range. On this note, probably it, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Subscribe.